That fact's changed my life. For those of you who don't know Sir John Templeton, he was among the absolute greats in investing. He died in 2008 at the age of 95, an amazing man. I'd even say a mentor and friend. I met him in the Bahamas shortly after the market crash of 1987. While that crash just looks like a tiny blip on the chart now, it was a huge deal then. It's really a funny story how we met. His office had agreed to a telephone interview for my startup newsletter, but he missed the appointment. By way of apology, they let me fax him a few questions, one of which was, where is the stock market headed next? Now for context, the market had risen 5 straight years, starting around 770 on the Dow in 1982 in Reagan's first term, and rising almost nonstop to 2,500 at the time of our interview. It peaked 2 weeks later as high as 2,700. I was curious, as were my readers, about what Templeton believed would happen next. He answered with his trademark style of wisdom. Got it right here in the newsletter. It says, let me quote, "I can promise that sometime there's going to be a bear market. So you have to prepare yourself mentally to live through a bear market without worry or misfortune. Now, how great a bear market? It is not unusual to have a correction that carries the stock market down by 1/3 from the previous peak. If we're talking about the familiar Dow Jones Industrial Average, that would mean that the average would go down from about 2,500 to about 1,700. So it's perfectly possible that there could be a drop of 800 points or more on the DJIA. When? He indicated that could happen as soon as October of that year. Now take a look at what actually happened. Here we have got the market where it hit 2,500 when I interviewed him, went all the way up to 2,700, and then dropped to 1,700 2 months later, October, just like he'd suggested.